What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to talk about taxes because it's that time of year. Business taxes, you need to focus on it. You need to talk about it. Some things you really need to keep in mind as we go down that route for your business. There's a lot of different things from personal taxes to business taxes. But first, you know what we got to do? We got to roll that intro. So let's go do that. What's really good, if this is your first time on this channel right here, this channel is designed to teach you the business side of content creation. I'm your host, Ty, and I'm a former Army combat photographer, the owner of Flash Film Media, one of the most trusted production companies here in Texas. And we're about getting that bag. Let me get right into it. Everybody's watching from different countries, different locations, different states, cities. Listen, I can't directly give you tax information. I'm not a lawyer and I would never do that. So my advice, and I talk about it like crazy in module 1, we go over taxes. I talk about it like crazy. So taxes is something you don't want to cut corners on. You can get cheap lenses, cheap bags, cheap tripods. But when it comes to taxes, you don't want to cut corners on this. Why, Ty? Why is that important? Why do I not want to cut corners on taxes? Because it's the only part of your business that can send you to jail. It's the only part of your business that can have you in prison. It's the only part of your business that can have you in bankruptcy court, that can cause you to lose everything. But what tends to happen more than not is not that you go to jail, is that you miss tens of thousands of dollars in tax write-offs and savings and programs because you decided to do it yourself, thinking that I'll just write off all my earnings as a loss, break even, and go relax. I've seen a lot of people think TurboTax is a great solution for their business taxes, and they miss the opportunity to get all kind of tax savings. Not only that, they miss the opportunity to qualify for a lot of programs and grants because they did not do their taxes right. Not only did they miss the opportunity to not pay taxes on things they shouldn't have paid taxes on, they missed the opportunity to get free government money to help them grow their business because they thought that they were doing something. Don't be those people. Make sure you bring in a tax professional. Now, I have a tax professional that I like, and I will mention them, but you don't got to go with them. That's just who I chose to go with, and I'll explain the reasons why. Tax professionals are not only going to be up to date on the current laws, guidelines, and regulations per your area, because I got people popping in from Montana, I got people popping in from Germany. You're going to have completely different tax codes and regulations. So you want to make sure you have somebody that live, breathe, eat taxes, that's looking to save your business money, but the right way. They want to make sure that you're writing off what you're supposed to write off. And let me also say this. This is extremely important, and I'm a double down on this right here because those who've seen it can say, okay, we know. This is extremely important in the first 2 years of your existence. There's a lot more tax benefits for the first 2 years in your existence. Some places it's more than 2 years. In the first 2 years, I know a lot of people say, well, we didn't make much and we didn't, yada, yada, yada. Go get a tax professional. It won't be that expensive if you're not making a lot in the first 2 years. But the government do a lot to help businesses get off the ground. And a lot of you guys are missing those programs, missing those opportunities because you are not doing what you're supposed to do and you TurboTaxing it, especially if you're a veteran-owned business, minority-owned business, female-owned business, any of those. If you have any star or asterisk next to the type of business owner you are, if you got a handicap, if you got a disability, whatever, sometimes it's based on what area you're in. You're going to miss a lot of programs and things that are available to you. And all they got to do is look at tax information and say, oh, you qualify. Here's your $10,000 grant. See you later. But a lot of people TurboTax it and they only think that they're trying to avoid paying. Well, you're still missing out on a lot of things that are available for you. And a great tax person, a great CPA, a great bookkeeper will have the ability to know what those programs are for your area. I like to use Bench which is a company that is my CPA, and they do it all over the phone. They take a look at my bank accounts. I don't got to send them all my receipts and everything. They have that information. They can pull it, and we can just fill in the small gaps. Hey, Ty, you pulled out a bunch of $1 bills at a club one night, and you bought what's called a money shooting gun. We'd like to know what that's about. Oh, that's just a business event where we, yeah, that's what that is. It's a business event. Don't worry about it. So you want to make sure that you have, and I got a link to Bench down in the description. That's just what I use. It makes my life easier. There are other companies that offer it. However, that's just who I use. As a content creator, there's a lot of things that you can write off that plumbers can't write off, that tree trimmers, electricians, they can't write off certain things that you can write off. If you're shooting a movie, you can write off a lot of stuff. You can write off tearing up a new car, but you need to have somebody who understands how to write that off and what you need to keep. Because a good bookkeeper will say, okay, look, you may want to try to find this receipt and keep it. We don't think it's going to be a problem, but just in case. And great bookkeepers usually come with legal help, right? If something go to court, if you got a problem, you ain't coming out of pocket for a lawyer. If you do it yourself, you coming out of pocket for a lawyer. They'll usually represent you in court. That is why I like going with bigger companies. It may cost a little bit more, but trust me, if the stuff hit the fan, you don't want to be there with your homeboy who, got on a pinstripe suit and a bad briefcase talking about, Your Honor, my man's he didn't know. You don't want them. You want to have great representation because your livelihood will be on the line. Real important that you are mindful of that and you're not cutting corners on that. Don't get that awesome lens you want this year. Go and get you a decent bookkeeper. Go and get you a decent CPA. Go and interview or at least speak with companies and look at their reviews. Look and see that they work with businesses like your own, because a lot of these don't work with businesses like your own. So do the research on that, because a lot of people think, I'm just going to save receipts and at the end of the year, I'm just going to TurboTax it. If you go to jail, I will write you. I got this app where I can write my friends in prison. It's called JPay. I may put a few dollars on your books. If you're a gold member, you know what I'm saying? If you're a gold member, I'm going to put a few dollars on your books. Hey, keep in mind that the video you just watched contains clips from a longer lecture that's available to our gold members at flashfilmacademy.com. You can go to flashfilmacademy.com to watch the complete lectures if you want to get all the gems and all the information, or you can stay on the channel and continue watching some of our content here. Just click one of those boxes somewhere around here. You know where to go. Right up in here, somewhere, wherever it pops up, you know what to do. You got this.